This week, we're going to present you 12 new listings in 6 different areas and 8 different fractions in Lake Chapala, starting at $129,300 in Lake Chapala Area, up to $829,000 in San Antonio. The exchange rate for this week is... We're going to start this week with 2 listings in the Ajijic area, one in 5th of February Street and the other in Constitution. Let's start with the listing on 5th of February Street. In Ajijic, offer at $449,000. 5th of February Street, Ajijic Village. On the east side of the street, iron sheet doors opening to the front garden, covered parking area, a middle passageway to the entrance, wooden doors opening to the foyer. The kitchen on the north, terracotta pattern granite countertops, ample space with dark wooden cabinetry. Eastward, the dining and living space, each with fireplace, open space with natural light through skylights. The living area between the front patio and the back garden. Open terrace to the south. Outdoor flagstone covered floor area with bushes and plants. Extending to the east garden on the covered terrace and a column terracotta basket arches, colorful wall murals on themes of the village. Back to the main building, the primary suite, 2 guest bedrooms, and a den space. One level building with 3 suites. Garden along the construction with a lure of Mexican decoration. At the village for the village lovers. At a price point that might open many doors in different areas. Its time and price comparables are the La Rivera Avenue in Lower Riberas at the lower price, and at the higher price, Constitution Street in Ajijic Village. And compare with the following dimensions in land and construction. It shows a price difference of -$6.1 US and -7.7 Mexican pesos from its fraction and area comparable, published on August week 4, Lower La Floresta, duplex house in Ajijic. Let's review this property in Constitution Street, 1 block away from the plaza. Offer at $645,000. Constitution Street. Off-street parking. The entrance leads us through the hallway, in between the parking and the primary suite, the living and dining area, with a center fireplace, style decoration on reds and red tones, white floor walls and white ceilings. An open patio with a Spanish wall fountain. White leaf shade plants on its outdoor space, bringing light to the center east of the building. The kitchen room with black granite countertops and white cabinetry. Handmade tile countersplashes. The terrace, outdoor living space with barbecue area. And the garden space at the north. And the loose fountain at the middle of the garden, with a separate guest house. Back in the main building, the master suite with fireplace and a den space. One level building, recently remodeled with a modern decor. 3 suites and a back patio with white leaf plants, right at the heart of Ajijic. Its time price comparables are 5th of February Street in Ajijic Village at the lower price and at the higher price. 5th of February Street in Ajijic Village and compare with the following dimensions in land and construction. It shows a price difference of minus 0.6% US dollars and 15.4 Mexican pesos from its fraction and area comparable, published on April Week 2, 2024, Independencia Street, slightly larger construction. Now we're going to see two houses in West Ajijic, one in Villanova area and the other in the west side of the village on Ocampo Street. Now, let us review this house on the west side of Ajijic Village, Ocampo Street. In West Ajijic, offer at $675,000. Ocampo Street. At the north of the street, thick wooden doors. The house level half level up from the street. Inside the building we walk through the living area at the east, under vaulted ceilings with wooden beams and traditional terracotta brick floor tiles. The dining area on the west from the entrance and the kitchen at the southwest, overlooking Ocampo Street. Northwest, the living area to the back garden space. Blooming plants and trees, mature landscaping. A detached two-level guest house, a property with a total of 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms across the distribution space of the two buildings. The main house facing the street and the guest house surrounded by the residence garden. An amalgamation of Mexican traditional construction of different periods and regions. Two separated buildings in this property, sharing a large garden that can fit a pool. One single entrance, a building for a specific type of person with a lot of character. Its time and price comparables are San Marcos Street in Lower Riberas at the lower price and at the higher price, Chula Vista, San Antonio area. And compare with the following dimensions in land and construction. It shows a price difference of minus 8.3% US dollars and minus 8.1% Mexican pesos from its fraction and area comparable, published on October Week 1, La Cristina. In West Ajijic, offer at $295,000. Villanova. Downhill lot at the south of the street, in the lower side of Villanova. Front driveway under the shade of a large neighboring tree. Raw iron arched front door with an exterior foyer. To the open space, high wooden vaulted ceilings. The kitchen right at the east of the entrance, with twin arch windows to the front driveway. Dining and living space with fireplace. Glass doors to the covered terrace that lead us to the detached bedrooms. A staircase to the upper, open 360 miradors. Downstairs, the master bedroom, a court garden, and the main house guest suite. Downhill lot with a traditional facade, cabin design with the master and primary suite, on the level underneath the street, and on the top a guest house separate from the building with a terrace with 360 views in Villanova. Time and price comparables are Vista Alegre in San Antonio at the lower price, and at the higher price, Chula Vista Norte in San Antonio area. And compare with the following dimensions in land and construction. It shows a price difference of minus 1.5% US dollars and minus 4.1% Mexican pesos from its fraction and area comparable, published on October week 3, 2024, Constitution Street with a slightly larger construction. In San Antonio, offer at $649,500. Vista Alegre. On the lower side of Vista Alegre, lot at the south of the street, front garden and flagstone driveway, covered parking area, and passway to the entrance. Wooden door to the dining area, exposed breakdown, and Tuscan columns and marble type finished. Ample kitchen space, black granite countertops, centered island with windows to the back garden and barbecue area. The living area at the south. Fireplace and sliding glass doors to the covered terrace, wrapping the building in an L shape on the southwest. Partial lake views over the tree tops of this community. Terrace followed by a square-shaped pool with a corner jacuzzi waterfall into the pool. The master bedroom at the south of the building with glass doors stepping out to the grass area. Guest suite facing the street on the opposite side of the office room. One-level building with 3 suites, pool and partial lake view, quality and finishes, and a price point that get to open many doors. Time and price comparables are Constitution in Ajijic at the lower price, Ocampo Street in West Ajijic, and at the higher price. And compare with the following dimensions in land and construction. It shows a price difference of staggering 85.6% US dollars and 85.8% Mexican pesos from its fraction and area comparable, published on September week 2, Vista Alegre. Smaller construction with less quality but similar features on the same neighborhood. Now let's go to review this property in Chula Vista Norte, San Antonio area. In San Antonio, offer at $829,000. Chula Vista Norte. 2-level duplex building. We enter to the living space with fireplace on the ground level, followed by the main kitchen covered in granite countertops, center island, moving westward, an open covered terrace overlooking the lake over the residence garden. Large garden extending to the mountain edge, with mirador westward, a hill-on-air structure, bird-like 360 views over nature. The dining and living area, each under an exposed brick dome, marble fireplace southwest of the building, casing the views. North from the social area, the primary bedroom, ground-level suite, and the guest suite on the east wing. At the upper level, an independent apartment unit, second kitchen, the TV area, and the upper terrace, with its 2-level primary suite. Large residence with a duplex building, lake view over its residence garden, flat lot in Chula Vista Norte. Time and price comparables are Ocampo Street in West Ajijic at the lower price, and compare with the following dimensions in land and construction. It shows a price difference of at a similar price in US dollars and a 6.2 Mexican pesos from its fraction and area comparable, published on October week 3, 2023, Chula Vista Norte. Now we're going to go to Lower Riberas to review two houses, one in San Marcos Street and the other in Avenue de la Ribera. Let's start with this property in San Marcos Street. In Lower Riberas, offer at $169,726. San Marcos Street. At the north of the street, two-level off-street parking, open driveway leading to the back garden, the half of the residence lot, grown cypresses on the side, and palm trees to the north wall, covered terrace, the outdoor dining area. Inside the residence, the dining and living area, the kitchen room facing the garden, wooden cabinetry and formica countertops, a dense space under the stairs that take us to the upper level, lighted skylights on the street wall. On the upper level, the two bathrooms of this house. Cozy two-level building with two bathrooms on the upper floor. Simple construction, half of the lot with grass and grown trees, a manageable space with possibilities. Time and price comparables are Ixtlahuacan Village at the lower price and at the higher price, Villa Nova, West Ajijic. And compare with the following dimensions in land and construction. It shows a price difference of 9.3% US dollars and 24.2 Mexican pesos from its fraction and area comparable, published on May week 1, 2024, Lower Riberas. Now let's go to Avenue de la Ribera, Lower Riberas. In Lower Riberas, offer at $387,500. Avenue de la Ribera. Off-street cover parking, front garden to the entrance. The great room with windows on the second level height walls. Living and dining space. The kitchen with stove and center island on great granite countertops. And the pantry, entrance from the parking area. The courtyard with covered terrace. A layout with light and airflow in mind. The master suite on the north side of the courtyard. Suite with exposed brick dome, ensuite bathroom and patio at the north. On the west side of the building, a dense space, and the stairs that take us to the upper level. A second dense space, and the primary suite with balcony to the street. Brand new dwell, with double height in the social areas, windows across the double height, court garden, a layout the signature style of an architect. Standard finishes in Lower Riberas. Time and price comparables are Chula Vista San Antonio area at the lower price and at the higher price, and 5th of February, Ajijic. And compare with the following dimensions in land and construction. It shows a price difference of 9.1% US dollars and 27.7% Mexican pesos from its fraction and area comparable, published on April week 1, 2024, with a slightly less construction. Now we're going to Chapala to review two affordable houses, one in Brice and the other one in Chalanas. Let's review this house in Chalanas, the northern side of the village. In Chapala, offer at $129,500. On the northern side of the village, on the south of the street, two-level building with off-street covered parking, front living and dining room, the kitchen, a naked space with functional construction, the back garden with a tree, allowing light and airflow ventilation to the rooms. A total of 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, distributed across 2 levels. Originally built as one-level building with 2 bedrooms, now upgraded to be 5 bedrooms with a back patio. A density of spaces at a very competitive pricing in Chapala area. Time and price comparables are Brice fraction in Chapala at the lower price and at the higher price, Ixtlahuacan village. And compare with the following dimensions in land and construction. It shows a price difference of this offer on the same price from its fraction and area comparable, published on October week 2, 2024, Chapala area, a property with less construction. Now, let's go to Las Redes in Chapala area. In Chapala, offer at $129,300. Las Redes, lot at the south of the street, off-street parking, on flagstone lines over the front garden space, walking path at the middle of the garden to the interior of this one-level building, functional kitchen space, open space under an exposed breakdown, living and dining, to the back patio, small space that bring light and allow cross ventilation to this house. The master suite with walk-in closet and shared bathroom, the guest suite on the north of the building, facing the garden. At a price that makes it one of the most affordable options for its features, in an area that is looked by scouters and investors. Chapala area, Las Redes fraction. Time and price comparables are at the higher price, Chalanas in Chapala area. And compare with the following dimensions in land and construction. It shows a price difference of this offer on the same price from its fraction and area comparable, published on October week 2, 2024, Chapala area, a property with less construction. Continuing with the yellows, we're going to go to Ixtlahuacan to review 2 houses, one in Ixtlahuacan and the other in Las Aguilillas. Let's start with this house in Ixtlahuacan village. In Ixtlahuacan, offer at $147,602. Mexican Revolution Street, lot at the south of the street, covered parking area, and a front small business room with a foldable steel curtain. Entering the house, the kitchen, a simple space next to the living area on a higher elevation, 3 bedrooms and a back patio. With a separate guest house, with kitchenette and independent unit at the back of this property. Right by the entrance of Ixtlahuacan village, next to the main avenue, walking distance to all services, and with proximity to all the villages through the main highway. Time and price comparables are Chalanas in Chapala at the lower price and at the higher price, San Marcos Street in Lower Riberas. and compare with the following dimensions in land and construction. It shows a price difference of 7.5% US dollars and 4% Mexican pesos from its fraction and area comparable, published on September week 1, Las Aguilillas. Now let us review the house in Las Aguilillas, a fraction of Ixtlahuacan. In Ixtlahuacan, offer at $165,920. Las Aguilillas Main Avenue. On the west side of this avenue, exposed terracotta brick walls to the interior of this building. Center driveway with a garden on the side. Landscapes with plants and no grass. We enter to this open space. Dining area. The kitchen covered in ceramic tiles with window to the front garden. 2 ground-level bedrooms. Moving upstairs, a TV area opening to the covered balcony. Space large enough for fitting an outdoor living area. The master suite with an ensuite bathroom and a tub, and 2 more rooms. Time and price comparables are Mexican Revolution Street in Ixtlahuacan at the lower price, and at the higher price, Villa Nova, West Ajijic. And compare with the following dimensions in land and construction. It shows a price difference of 12.4 US dollars and 12.3 Mexican pesos from its fraction and area comparable, published on October week 2, 2024, Ixtlahuacan area. And now, our section of comparables. The number of new listings group and its corresponding price category. The average pricing for a cold price separation goes as follows. And now, we're going to compare general features and not specifics for each price category. Between $200,000 and $300,000 we have 4 properties. Las Riberas in Chapala, Chalanas in Chapala area. And in Ixtlahuacan area we have 2 properties, Revolution Street in Ixtlahuacan Village and on Las Aguilillas Main Avenue. The unit in Chapala, Las Riberas, is in a small blueprint, popular neighborhood. It offers a great price tag for its features. The residence in Chalanas Street, remodeled building with inclusion of 3 more bedrooms from the original blueprint, in a popular area with high density of population, yet a very competitive price tag. The residence in Mexican Revolution Street in Ixtlahuacan, a good relation between price and dimensions, but with a layout that doesn't provide much connection to the outdoors. It required adaptations for air ventilation and lighting. And finally in this price category, the unit in Las Aguilillas Main Avenue. The house with solid construction and a good location in Las Aguilillas, quiet with a low cost of living. It has a considerable stretch to the lakeside community. In between $200,000 and $300,000 we have the unit in West Ajijic, Villa Nova. In between $300,000 and $400,000 we have the property in Lower Riberas, Avenue de la Ribera. In between $400,000 and $500,000 we have the unit in 5th of February, Ajijic Village. And in between $600,000 and $700,000 we have 3 properties. Constitution in Ajijic, Vista Alegre in San Antonio, and Ocampo in West Ajijic. The unit in Constitution Street, right on the village, recently remodeled building, ample spaces with a particular decor, at a price point that opens a lot of doors, but not many options at the heart of the village. In San Antonio, Vista Alegre, a nice one-level building with 3 suites, a residence with pool but a price tag that opens many doors, and possibly with more features. And following in this price category we have the unit on Campus Street, West Ajijic, a house with a peculiar design with an average construction size in West Ajijic. Good lot size within the west side of the village, but with a blueprint that has not the functionality for everyone. Finally we have the house in Acapulco Street in Chula Vista Norte at $829,000. That's all for this week's report. And remember, if you're looking for a house in the Lake Chapala area, or you want to sell your house in the Lake Chapala area, do not miss contacting us, Ajijic360. Thank you for watching. Disclaimer: the information presented in this video is not official. It's subject to unintentional human error and is based on the time it was originally published. Price, exchange rate, and status of the properties, among other information, are susceptible to changes. Visit our site, Ajijic360.com, for the most updated information, and for professional assistance, send us an email to contact@Ajijic360.com.